Good morning. It's daylight savings now, so it's darker again. I'm eager to do a practice today, and I thought we would focus again on tapas, which is practice causing positive change. And Nicolai Bachman, who's written this book, The Path of the Yoga Sutras, writes, make a change, feel the heat of resistance, melt away old habits, and burn through ruinous conditioning, offer negative behavior into the fire of tapas, and chart your course toward freedom. The priceless heat of discomfort is the result of tapas. And sometimes we feel that. I know I have a very achy body today. So I'm going to throw my caution to the wind and enter into the fire of change and tapas, burn up that pain. So we will just stand for a moment and feel the ribs here. We'll feel the ribs here, we'll feel the belly here, we'll feel the chest here, and we're going to just do some inhalations and feel them fill up from the bottom. So we're going to inhale and then fill up the top. And while we're doing that, we're just going to raise our arms up. So we're going to inhale and then open our arms. Exhale, inhale, and then open our arms. Exhale, inhale, and then open our arms. Exhale, inhale, open our arms. Exhale. Then we're going to inhale, open our arms, exhale, and we're going to just do a forward bend over our feet and allow ourselves to just hang suspended here. Now you can bend your knees so it's not uncomfortable. You can rest your hands wherever you feel comfortable. And we're just going to keep breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to just wiggle our body a little bit around. Just wave it like as though we're a reed in a river, and we're just feeling that water coursing by and our body's responding in a really soft and gentle way. And now we're going to just roll up and stand. We'll stand at the top of our mat and we'll do a few variations on sun salutations now. So we're just going to open our arms up, look up, feel a lovely back bend, and then we're going to bend over top of our legs. We can bend our knees. We're just going to bend and come up halfway up, and then we're going to fall over. And we're just going to rest here for a moment. And we're going to put our hands down and move our right leg back, put our knee to the ground, and lift our arms up. And then we're going to put our hands down again. Both our knees back. We can be in a plank position here. And we'll just rest here for a moment. Then we're going to slowly lower down to the mat and press back into a low cobra. So we're not making too much of an effort here. We're just beginning our practice. And then we're going to come back into
a downward dog here. And rest here for a moment. We're going to lift our right leg up and bring our right leg forward between our hands and lower our left knee to the ground. Now here we're just going to rise up again, look up, feel a lovely back bend, and then put our hands down and lift the back up, come to the front of the mat, fold over, do a halfway lift, inhaling, exhaling to the knees, and then up again. And now we're going to do the other side. Halfway lift, fall over your legs, left leg back, knee to the ground, rise up. Lovely back bend, rest for a moment, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling, hands to the ground beside your front foot and back into a plank. Now we're going to lower down. You can come down however you like, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. And then we're going to come up into a low cobra and then down again. Now we're just going to rest here for a moment on our belly and put our hands, our forearms forward so that we're just resting in a passive, it's really a lovely passive back bend. So this Sphinx pose gives us a lovely support. And we're just going to inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to put our hands under our shoulders and push back into a downward dog. And here we'll just rest here for a moment in a downward dog. We're going to feel the weight on the palms of our hands. Our fingers are spread. We imagine that our shoulder blades are like wings. When we raise our hands above our head, they turn outwards. And so we're going to feel the outward turning of our upper arms, and our shoulders are going to be flattening against our back, our shoulder blades rather. And now we're going to lift up our right leg, and we're going to bring it forward, our knee forward, and touch our left elbow, and then we're going to push it back, push the leg back, raise it up, exhale, right knee to right elbow, inhale, back, inhale, exhale, and now we're going to turn our right leg out and feel as though that your heel might touch your buttock, but you're managing to keep your left foot square, and then we're going to lift up, raise the right foot up, and then bring it forward and lower your left knee down. And once again, we're going to come up and look up, and then hands beside our front foot, and lift our left foot up to the front. And then we're going to just once again hang suspended here very comfortably. We can bend our knees one knee at a time, and we can just relax. Feel once again you're a reed in a river, just feeling open to the movement of the water. In fact, your spine might feel a bit watery here. Now we're going to inhale and come halfway up. A little back bend. Exhale forward. And then up. Arms open. Looking up. And then dropping the arms to the side. And standing once again in Tadasana. So we're getting warmed up. We're moving quite slowly in our sun salutation today. Because we're doing it as the first postures, and we'll open our arms up, inhale, look up, feel the beautiful back bend, feel the opening in your chest, and then we're going to open our arms and fall forward gently over our legs. We can bend our knees again, and then we're going to come up, halfway lift, inhaling, exhaling. Our left leg is going to come back this time. We're going to drop our knee to the ground. And we're going to come up, raise our arms up, look up. And then hands around our feet. Bring our foot back into a lovely plank. We can rest here for a moment, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. And now we're going to come down. And once again, we're going to go back into a back bend. But this time we can do a small cobra if we like, or we can do an upward dog with the fronts of our feet planted into the ground and our legs straight, our chest open to the front, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. And then pushing back into a downward dog. So I feel the heat rising in me. I hope you do. And even though there's resistance sometimes at the beginning of a yoga class where you might think, oh, I just don't want the pain of it or the stretching or whatever. Once you start going, you feel the rewards. Okay, now we're going to lift our left leg up and point the foot to the sky. And then we're going to bend our knee and bring it in, our left leg to touch the right elbow. And then we're going to point it back again. Inhaling to the left elbow and back again. Inhaling to the right elbow and back again. Inhaling to the left elbow and back again. Inhaling the right elbow and back again. And this time we're going to keep our foot up in the air, turn our hip, drop our foot to our buttock, and feel that lovely opening in the front of your front hip of your front left hip. I'm going to point up again, bring our foot forward between our hands, drop our foot down, our knee down, and raise our arms up, inhaling, and then once again, hands framing our front foot, bring your back foot to meet the front, and we'll just rest once again in that beautiful moving river of watery spine, of watery legs, of rest, and of suspension. We're just suspending ourselves in a beautiful, slow moving river. And now we're going to open our arms up and come all the way up this time. Looking up, looking towards your hands, open chest, back bend, and arms out by our side, standing once again in Tadasana. And here you can wiggle your knees, wiggle your hips, wiggle your arms,
Now we're quite warmed up. You can embrace yourself with your arms here, your shoulders. You can massage your shoulders if you like, wiggling your hips. And you can shake your arms out, shake your legs out, shake your legs out. And you can jump a bit if you like it. Just feel the pleasure of movement at this point now that we've warmed up a bit. Okay. Now, okay. So I think we'll do some, since we're upright and mobile, I think we'll do some standing postures. And we're just going to move from one to the other with a lot of pleasure, because it is early in the morning for me, and it's good to be up and moving. And I am grateful for my mobility at this stage in life. Too many people are immobilized. So let's just open our legs out. And it's quite a good distance, 3 or 4 feet. And then we're just going to turn our right foot to the front of the mat, and the back foot is going to come in. Now, we all have different hips and etc. So I want you to find what's comfortable for you, but it should be on the diagonal, some kind of diagonal. But there's no real set position. Okay, and we've got our hands on our hip. We're going to feel the hip move forward. And while we're doing that, we're going to extend our body up. And we're going to feel a lovely thread between our lower ribs and our hips, so that we're not thrusting our ribs out. We can put our arms out. We're going to feel that lovely movement out. And then we're going to just drop our arm down wherever it arrives. And our upper arm, we can turn and look at it. And the movement here is out the tip of our head, and we're turning our body so that we are looking up, and our chest is moving towards the sky. And we're just going to breathe here for a few moments and rest in this position. It's not really resting because it's a very active pose. These standing poses are really active, and they require some concentration, but there's a lot of pleasure in just being able to feel your body open up a little bit. And now we're going to just rise up. We're going to feel the hip move, and we're going to turn our feet the other way and go into triangle pose the other side. Okay, we're going to feel once again that lovely tilt of the hip. We're going to feel the energy moving out our head, and we're going to move, stretch out, try out. And then when we can't stretch out any further, we're going to drop our arm down and lift the other one up and look up. And once again, feeling the opening of our ribs to the sky. And you might want to put your hands just on your ribs, just to feel how they can open up a little bit. And you can raise your arm up again and look up. And we're just going to rest here for a moment and feel the beautiful opening of our body. So the bottom half of our body is rooting down in our feet. We feel the inner arches of our feet rising up. The upper part of our body is moving up. So there are lovely oppositions in yoga. There's this downward movement of the lower part of our body, and then this upward movement of the upper part. And we're going to come up again. We're going to move to the other side again, and you can adjust your feet if you like. We're going to move our, bend our knee, and once again, extend our arm over, and then drop our arm down. Now, by rights, you can have blocks here if you like, or you can put it on the outside of your
foot. You can put it wherever you like, but ideally it should be on the outside of the foot. And once again, the back foot is turned in. And you are feeling that beautiful diagonal between your back foot and your hand. And you're feeling the pressure of your front knee against your arm, pushing back, because you want that, you want to make sure that the front knee is square. There you go. And now we're going to push up, push up, push up, push up. And now we're going to just turn around and do the other side. Okay, once again, bend our knee and stretch our arm out, 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 and we can drop it down. Now, you don't have to drop it down onto, you can put your elbow on your thigh if you like, and then rotate your arm beside your ear. And feel once again that opening in the chest and that beautiful movement between the back edge of your back foot, the outer edge of your back foot, and your hand that's moving up towards the corner of the ceiling. And we're just going to come up again and straighten our legs. And this time we're going to squeeze our feet in a bit. We're going to once again go into a triangle. We're going to, but this time we're going to rotate our hands and we'll rotate our back foot. Then we're going to drop our hand down here. And you can put your upper hand up if you like, or you can put it on the small of your back, whatever feels good. This is a reverse triangle. And you can raise your arm up. And you can rest here and feel the power of this pose and the opening in your body. And when you're feeling like this is enough, you can tip up and then turn to the other side. And once again, we're going to rotate our arms, rotate our back foot in, and stretch our arm out and drop it down beside your foot. And once again, you can put your other hand, your upper hand on the small of your back, with the back of your hand on the small of your back, or you can turn and raise your arm up. This is a very powerful pose and very demanding. Okay, we're going to rotate again and come up and come with our feet pointing to the long edge of our mat. We can wiggle our feet out a little bit and we'll get a little bit of a rest here. We're going to do a bit of a forward fold. We can put our hands in our, right here at our hips, and then feel ourselves tipping forward. Here you can put your hands on the ground. Here in front of you, you can stretch them out. Feel a lovely stretch with your hands, with your upper arms touching your ears. You can stretch out and just rest here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. You can, of course, put your hands on blocks if this is too much for you. And you can walk your hands over towards the right. And then walk them over towards the left. And walk them back to the center. Then you can put your hands between your legs, like with your palms on the ground, if that works, or you put them on blocks. And you can feel your back straightening here. And then you can just fold over and rest here for a moment. You can bend one knee and move into the one side here. And then you can bend the other knee, making sure that your knee is going over in sort of the direction of your foot. You don't want to torque your knee. Stretching and moving back and forth. Once again, feeling that river water gently flowing by, and our legs are like reeds attached to the bottom of the riverbed, but we're moving gently back and forth between our legs. Okay, now we can just straighten our back, and we can put our hands on our hips and just tilt ourselves upright again, and move our feet into the center of our into Dandasana. Once again, we're just going to stand here for a moment. I think we'll do a few balancing postures, which are not my strong point, but here we go. So let's, I go near a wall so I don't fall over, but you can do it in the middle of the room if that's convenient for you. So we're just going to lift our right leg up, our knee up, and we're going to move our right leg out to the side, and then back, and then forward, the front, out to the side, back, and then forward, oops, out to the side, back, oops, and then forward. And then you can put your right knee, right foot, wherever you like. Now, I put mine right here. But as I said, today I am not very stable for some reason. So you want to find your drishti. Drishti is a focal point, and it really does help you with your balance. So find a focal point somewhere in front of you and feel the pressure of your foot against your thigh, and your thigh pressing into your foot. Now you can put your hands in prayer position. You can put your hands straight up. You can do whatever you like, whatever you can manage. Okay. And now we're going to lower our foot, and we're going to do the other side. So once again, we are lifting our left knee up. Now we'll have a stronger side. So this is, I'm using my right foot this time to balance. And that is actually a much more balanced. I broke my ankles, and one of them doesn't really, is very wobbly. But okay, so we can lift our left knee up, move it to the side, move it to the back, move it to the front, oops, move it to the side, move it to the back, move it to the front, side, back, front, and then now you can put your foot, if you want to, you can put it on the bottom. You could leave your toe down if you like and just lift it off and test this out. Once again, I put it on my inner thigh, and we're just going to stand here and see if we can find our drishti, our focal point, and maintain our balance. And we'll feel our foot moving into our thigh moving into our foot. Oops. And we're just going to rest here for a few moments. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling, oops, and exhaling. And we're going to come out of that. Okay. So you can stay in that longer after class if you like. I am practicing myself. All right. Now, let's do some work on our on the floor. We'll just fold over, come down, and we'll come into a squat position, and you can use your arms to push out on your knees, and you can rest here. And after you've rested here for a few moments, you can just tip back onto your bum and have your legs out in front of you. Now, you may need a strap for this, or you may not. I'm not going to use a strap, but if you have a strap, you want to keep your knees, your back really straight. So I'm going to put my hands just on my shins, and I'm going to pull the flesh on my buttocks back and feel myself tipping forward from my hips. Now, I can't really go forward too much before I round. You can see I can go forward a lot if I round, but if I want to maintain a straight back, I have to be very modest. So this is an exercise in humility. Just keeping yourself moving forward with a straight back and breathing, inhaling and exhaling. And we're just going to rest here, feeling that lovely extension in our back, or you can feel someone's tugging on the tip of our head, moving up, and we're just moving over our legs, but once again keeping our back straight. That's the important part of this exercise. Once again, it is an exercise in humility. I can't say I've moved that far in many years, but I'm working on it. All right. And now we can just round over our leg. Just round our back over our leg. And you can hold on to your shins. You can use your shins to your elbows out to give you a little bit more energy to move down. And you can hold on to the outside of your feet, the top of your feet, your toes, or whatever it is you have access to. There, now we're just resting here. And this is, we're just staying in this posture for a little while, letting gravity help us extend and lower with a rounded back. Okay, now we're going to roll up with our rounded back and sit up. Now we're going to bring our right foot in and place it on the inner thigh. And we're going to, this is going to require us to turn slightly over top of towards our left leg. And you can hold on to the toe, you can hold on to the shin, and you're going to feel yourself once again move down with a straight back. So you're not going to go down very far. And now we're going to just round over our leg, and you can hold on to your toes, the outer edge of your foot, and feel gravity helping you to lower down and extend. You'll want to feel the energy moving up your hamstrings on the back, because you don't want too much of a stretch in the tendons at the back of your hip. And now we're going to come up, and we will extend our other leg out, put our left leg in, and once again we're going to turn our body, keeping our back straight, and we can just move towards the foot. But once again, we're going to try and keep our back straight here. You can hook your hand on the outer edge of your shin and feel a little bit of a twist there as we go down. And now we're going to extend down. We can we can round our back and just rest here over our leg for a few moments. And then we're going to come up a little bit and go down. Now, I do that because of the way the muscle works. If you keep exerting the same pressure on the muscle, it gets kind of stuck in a particular position. If you let go and take the pressure off and then move down again, you'll find that you have an opportunity to move a bit lower because of the way the muscles work. And now we're going to come up. Okay, now we'll just bring our right leg, we'll bend our right leg and bring the heel towards the left buttock. And then you can bring your left leg over top so that we're in a nice twist here. If you want to, you can keep this lower leg extended out if that's easier for you. Now we're going to raise our right leg up, our right arm up, sorry, and feel that beautiful opening in your chest once more. You're moving up, and then we're going to turn towards the knee that's raised up, up, up. We're just turning while we're moving up, and we're moving our torso from our stomach around. And then we can extend our arm out and catch the outer edge of our knee, or you could just hold on to the knee if you like. And that provides you with some support and some opportunity to twist. And your back arm is on the ground. It provides, once again, a little bit of a lever to assist you in turning. And you're looking towards the back of the room, but you're feeling, once again, the movement of your body up. You're not hunched over your leg. You're moving up with your chest open. And you're inhaling and exhaling. And you'll feel this down your outer hip. It should be opening up there. Okay, and we're going to turn around and we'll change our legs. So we're going to bend our right leg and put it on the outside of our left leg, and then bend our left leg and sit down. So we're going to raise our left arm up. Our right arm is behind us. My fingers are tented, and I'm pushing up with that. And I'm moving around, but with a raised chest. And I'm feeling the movement from my whole torso is moving around. And then I'm dropping, once again, my elbow down, or you can hold on to your raised knee and feel that beautiful twist here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And once again, I'm turning around, and we'll just give it a little twist to the other side, just to give us a little bit of a balance. And then we'll come once again to our feet. Here we'll sit with our feet together, and we'll just feel like children on a playground, a teeter-totter, moving back and forth. And you can, if this is too painful, you can put blocks underneath here or blankets to keep your legs supported. In my case, I'm just moving back and forth. I'm using butterfly wings, just to feel the opening in my inner thigh. But I don't put too much pressure on, because you don't want to stress your groin. But this is I find this does remind me of my childhood. And you can put your hands behind you and
just open up your chest with your legs in this position and feel the opening once again in your inner groin, and your chest is opening up to the ceiling. All right, we're going to go onto our box and do a bridge pose, just as a little intermediate bridge. We may come back to the bridge later, but this is helpful in giving us opening up our body, the front part of our body. So we'll push our feet into the ground. We'll feel the backs of our arms pushing into the ground. We can clasp our hands underneath our buttocks if we want to, or we can just hold on to the outside of our mat here. And we're just going to raise our hips up, and then we're going to roll down simply. And we're just going to raise our hips up again, tilt our tailbone, move our knees towards the opposite wall, and then we're going to roll back down again. And we're going to tilt our there we go. And then we're going to roll back down again. And this time we are going to clasp our hands. We're going to roll all the way up, moving our knees out towards the opposite wall, pressing our thighs up towards the ceiling, our pelvis, and we can clasp our hands here and feel the rooting of our body in the upper arms. Our shoulders are rolled under our body, and we're pushing down with our feet. You can even lift your toes up if you like and feel that lovely pressure here. And breathe easily with this beautiful open chest. You can breathe into your belly and into your upper chest, and then exhale. Breathe into your lower belly, your middle chest, your upper chest, and then exhale. And now we're going to roll down. And we're going to do this one more time, and we're going to lift our legs up. This is a variation. You don't have to do this. You can just come up and stay there, or you can have a rest now. We're going to tilt our buttocks up, and we're going to lift our right knee up, extend our right foot, our right heel towards the ceiling, bend our right knee, and put it down. And then we're going to lift our left knee up, raise our left foot towards the ceiling, bend our left knee, and then put it down. And here we're going to push our feet into the floor. This is the last time we're going to really feel that beautiful opening in the bridge. So give it an extra bit of beautiful effort. And now we're going to stretch our arms out and slowly roll down. And we can clasp our knees and feel a lovely rounding in our back. And then we're going to put our feet down again. We can drop our knees from one side to the other. One side to the other. There we go. And you can extend your feet out, raise one leg up, your right leg up, put your hands, arms out to the side, and you can lower your right knee across your body and just let it rest there with this foot, the bottom foot, the toes should be facing the ceiling. So you're just feeling a lovely twist in this position.
And you're going to raise that foot up, and you're going to drop it to the side. However far it feels good. And you're going to just rest there for a moment. Inhaling and exhaling, and then you're going to bring it up again and lower it down. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, raising that leg up, crossing over the body. Depends on the tightness of your hip, how this feels. And we'll just rest here for a moment and let gravity do a little bit of the work. Once again, your bottom foot, the toes should be facing the ceiling. And you're just extending through your heels so that your legs are straight. You can look in the opposite direction to give your body a lovely little twist. And then you can raise your leg up again, open it up to the side. Once again, you can look in the opposite direction. Feel that energy moving out both heels. We're going to just rest here for a moment. And now you're going to come up and lower that leg down. You're going to lift your right leg up. So why don't we just do a little bit of a happy baby? I think that's what we'll do. We'll put your arms in between your knees, hold on to the outer edge of your feet, and then just raise your feet up, and you can feel this beautiful stretching of your legs and this lovely rest. You can rock with this. You can feel the comfort of just self-care, of holding onto your body, of feeling that sense of containment. We get scattered throughout the day, but we're very contained and caring of ourselves in this particular moment. All right, good. Now we're going to put our feet to the ground, lift our right foot up. We'll drop our knees, to one side. So we'll lift our hips up, move them to one side, and drop our knees down. Now, this might be all you want, is that, with your arms straight out at the side, or you can lift your upper knee up and you can hook your foot underneath that knee, and that provides a little bit more of a twist here, if you like. And once again, you look to the opposite arm. And you can move your arm around. You can move it down towards your hip. You can extend it up and out and around. And however it feels good. You don't really want to twerk your shoulder too much. It's pretty delicate. So you can have it on the ground, or in my case, my shoulder's a bit tight, so I'm just hovering above the ground. And when I'm going around, I don't want to exacerbate my shoulder anymore. So I don't have to stay on the ground. There are no rules in yoga. It's whatever your body is teaching you today. And we're moving around slowly again. Here we go. And open to the side. And we'll just turn our feet back to the center, our hips to the center, and we'll shift once again to the other side, shift our hips to the other side. We'll let our bent knees fall to the ground. This might be where you want to stay. You want to just stay here, that's fine. Or you can lift your upper leg up and you can hook it underneath your lower knee, and that gives an added twist here. So you decide what you want to do. You can rest your hand on your outer thigh if you like. It gives it a little bit of weight. And then once again, you can move your hand, your arm around this circle. You can raise it up above the floor if it's too much, or you can touch the floor and sweep it around like hands on the face of a clock. Once again, we're doing this. I'm moving my head around with this, and once again, I'm going to scoot my hips back to the center of the room. I'm going to bring my knees in and have a little roll on my back with my knees. I'm going to grab my toes and I'm going to raise them up. You can do that if you like. You can grab your shins. You can feel them opening out. You can play with them, play with your legs a little bit, this very last bit of play and pleasure. And you can, now, when we are moving towards final relaxation, there are many ways of taking up final relaxation. You can just rest here. You can put a bolster or cushions underneath your legs as you extend them out. You can lay on your side in a fetal position. You can put your legs up the wall if you have a wall nearby. Or you can you can stretch out on your stomach if you like, whatever is comfortable. Or you can sit up and in a cross-legged position or whatever's comfortable and just rest in that position. There's no final relaxation that's good for everyone. I'm going to do a fairly conventional final relaxation and just extend my legs out and feel rested here. And I'm going to wiggle my body a little bit just to relax it. I can clench my fists and then let them go. I can clench my feet and let them go. I can move my head back and forth. I can lift my hips up a little, clench my buttocks, and drop them down. And here I'm just finding a space that I feel, in my case, if I've had a good yoga class, I feel myself sinking into the floor. That's my metaphor for deep relaxation, is that I sink into the floor. So we can rest here. We can feel our face relax, our jaw relax. We can feel the skin, our scalp, any tension we have in our head, moving out of our head. We can feel our eyes sinking, our jaw. We can move our jaw back and forth and then relax it. We can stick out our tongue and then relax our face again. And then we're just going to breathe, inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And as you relax, you might feel your exhalations are a little bit longer than your inhalations. And I'm going to stop speaking for a few moments and just let you rest here in this beautiful final relaxation.
And I'm just going to read the first yoga lesson from Blue Horses, Poems by Mary Oliver. This reminds us that we do yoga from wherever we are. We are our best teachers. Be a lotus in the pond, she said, opening slowly. No single energy tugging against another, but peacefully, all together. I couldn't even touch my toes. Feel your quadriceps stretching? She asked. Well, something was certainly stretching. Standing impressively upright, she raised one leg and placed it against the other, then lifted her arms and shook her hands like leaves. Be a tree, she said. I lay on the floor, exhausted. But to be a lotus in the pond, opening slowly and very slowly rising, that I could do. So if you remain in your final relaxation, you can imagine yourself a lotus in a pond, opening slowly. You can feel the tingle in your feet, in your hands, and you can roll over on one side and very slowly rise up. Thank you for practicing with me today. The light in me sees the light in you. Namaste.